Alright guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today is the weekly Star Wars recap for November 14th, 2022, which there's definitely some news to talk about, what happened in the past week. Some were just reports. There's a report about a new Star Wars movie, there's some comic stuff, and a new collaboration between Lucasfilm and Studio Ghibli. But first, there's the new releases for last week, which there was Andor Season 1, Episode 10, One Way Out, which was once again great. Been absolutely loving Andor so far. And Episode 10 was an incredible finale to the prison arc of the first season. So, excited for the final two episodes of Season 1 and then Season 2. But also, the High Republic Phase 2 Issue 2 came out. I haven't read that yet. But also, Zen, Grogu, and Dust Bunnies came out, which just was a collaboration between Lucasfilm and Studio Ghibli, which, it was like teased a few days beforehand that they would be working on something together. Obviously, there was, I'd say, bigger expectations, but, what came out was, a cute little short. Grogu, obviously, being from The Mandalorian, and I believe the Dust Bunnies have appeared in some of the Studio Ghibli films. So, it's a nice collaboration between the two studios. Hopefully it does lead to bigger collaborations with either Studio Ghibli doing some for Visions or, doing their own Star Wars anime or something like that. Star Wars anime film. Just really also just anime, but I would love to see more just animated Star Wars, stuff that's not series, stuff what is, films. Obviously, I guess really the only thing we have is the Clone Wars, 2008 movie, and that's not very good. So I would like, some better animated or anime Star Wars films. And obviously with just Lucasfilm animation and Star Wars and whatnot, it's improved greatly since that 2008 the Clone Wars movie. So yeah, but anyways, there's some new releases coming out this week. There's Andor Season 1 Episode 11, which will come out November 16th, 2022, which will kind of be the start of the last arc of the season. I would guess, Episode 11 and 12, Episode 11, I guess, could possibly be just like, part 1 of the finale, but I have no clue. But there's also some comics: Hidden Empire Issue 1, Dark After Issue 26, and Han Solo and Chewbacca Issue 7, which all three of those will come out November 16th, 2022 also. But let's jump into the news, starting off with a report from Deadline, which says that director Shawn Levy is in talks to direct an upcoming Star Wars film. Levy is currently set to direct the Marvel movie Deadpool 3, starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Deadpool and Wolverine, which the article says that he'll start working on this Star Wars film after he's done with Deadpool 3 and also the final season of Stranger Things, which I believe he's been an executive producer on the on Stranger Things and has directed a few episodes for the series. So yeah, but I don't know if it means that he'll start directing the Star Wars movie or just kind of start developing it more or what. I have no clue. But he's directed some other movies. He directed the Night at the Museum movies, also the Ryan Reynolds film Free Guy, and a couple other things here and there. Honestly, he doesn't have the greatest filmography, nothing when it comes to movies. The only stuff I think I've watched is the Night at the Museum movies, which I kind of remember the first one. I don't remember anything from the second and third one. I know I definitely saw them, but I don't remember. Obviously, that was I think the third one came out 2014, and that's probably the last time I watched any of them. So yeah, and that was a while ago. If I watched them now, I probably would not like them. So, I don't know how good they actually are. But, obviously he's doing Deadpool 3. I'm, excited for that movie. Even though I will say I'm not really the biggest fan of the Deadpool movies. I don't really care for Deadpool that much. But, there's obviously a lot of Star Wars movies in development right now. And we have no clue which one's gonna actually get made. Obviously, there's been the movie Kevin Feige is working on, which I believe Michael Waldron was writing that movie. I could see Levy directing that movie. Obviously he's working on Deadpool 3, which is under Marvel, on Kevin Feige, so I could possibly see that, but then again, I have no clue. I feel like if that was the case, it probably wouldn't reported on that, he would be directing that movie, but, like I said, I have no clue. I have no clue if this movie will even actually get made, because, like I said, there's several Star Wars films in development right now. It's kind of all up in the air. Don't know which one is going to move forward with development and actually get made. Hopefully soon we they pick one and make it, because obviously there was supposed to be one coming out in December 2023. And that's obviously not happening anymore. In fact, it was actually supposed to come out originally December 2022, but that was before the COVID delays went on, and it got delayed to 2023, and then just one's just not straight up happening in 2023. Still don't know if one could come out in 2024, but currently the next one, Star Wars movie of a date is December 2025. So hopefully we get one then, but who the hell knows? But anyways, finally, some of the February 2023 Marvel comics were revealed, so I'm just gonna jump into it. First, there's the High Republic Phase 2 Issue 5, which will be written by Cap Scott with art by Andrea Bracota, which the description at says, "The Battle of Jeddah has begun. As the Herald of the Open Hand stokes the fires of Jeddah, Vildar Mack and Maddie Cathly are overcome by uncontrollable fear. Tesseric is a prisoner of the Guardians of the Wills. Can he use the chaos to escape? And who are the mysterious strangers ransacking the Temple of Kyber? Is nowhere safe." And then the High Republic The Blade Issue 4, which will be written by Charles Soule with art by Marco Castiello and Chihiro Morales, which the description at says, "To save the innocent, to save his sister, to save himself, Jedi Master Porter Engle must embark on one of the most epic instances of lightsaber combat ever recorded in the Chronicles. It will change him and Barash forever." But then there's Yoda Issue 4, written by Jody Hauser with art by Luke Ross, which the description says, "Years before the Clone Wars, Yoda asks an old friend to come teach the next generation of Jedi alongside him, Master Dooku. With mysterious visions haunting one of his students, Master Yoda will need all the help he can get." But then there's Son of Star Wars Issue 1, written by Justina Ireland with art by Priya Perez, which the description says, "Starring in her first ever solo series. Fresh off a string of disappointments, Son of Star Wars returns to her family's ancestral home for some downtime. But family time is far from relaxing for a scoundrel and her family of ne'er-do-wells, especially when stormtroopers crash dinner." And then Hidden Empire Issue 3, written by Charles Soule with art by Stephen Cummings, which the description says, "All of Lady Kira's plans to destroy the Sith hang in the balance. But she is not alone in her desire to destroy the Dark Lords. Witness a battle decades in the making, as Darth Vader faces off against an adversary who has spent her entire life training for this one final shot at revenge." And then Star Wars Issue 31, written by Charles Soule with art by Andreas Guinolip, which the description says, "Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and an elite crew of rebel heroes are lost in the farthest reaches of no space after a mission gone wrong. A desperate maneuver is their only chance to find a way home, but what will it cost them?" And then Darth Vader Issue 31, written by Greg Pak with art by Ibrahim Robertson, which the description says, "The Tambor Gambit. The Dark Lord finally comes face to face with Skat Kioan revolutionary Joel Tambor, and Sabe finally must pick sides. Is Joel just another selfish, revenge-driven monster? Or is he a freedom fighter who desperately cares about his people? Or both? And is Vader more interested in crushing Joel or completing the co-option of the handmaidens of Padme Amidala? And then there's a Bounty Hunters issue 31 written by Ethan Saxelor by Pelo Villanueva, which he says, the shocking conclusion to the Battle of Bastine. Valance is out for revenge against Darth Vader. Can Tuanga and her team save the fellow bounty hunter from a fatal confrontation? And will Vukra survive the assassins throwing the underworld into chaos? And then there's a Dr. Aphra issue 29, written by Alyssa Wong and art by Mickey Young, which he says, to the bone. The Spark Eternal sets its sights on Crimson Dawn. As Sonastaros and Magan Tolvin race to intercept it, will Dr. Aphra's most desperate gambit pay off? Or will she be lost to the Spark Eternal forever? But also, I believe the Mandalorian comic adaptation issue 8 will also come out in February, which right now it definitely seems like there will be, an issue 9 and whatnot for the Mandalorian comic adaptation. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, comics, obviously definitely excited for the Hyperlex stuff, and Yoda also, Hidden Empire, also interested in the Sonastaros miniseries, see where that goes. But all the post Empire Strikes Back ongoings, I'm very far behind, or not very far behind, but I'm definitely behind on them. I just need to catch up. So yeah, because I have really no clue what's going on in the series right now. So yeah, but that's all the comics for February. We don't have the release dates yet, and we also don't know the Dark Horse stuff. But when we learn that, I'll definitely talk about it in a weekly Stars recap. Maybe next week's. I have no clue. But that's gonna be it for this one. Next week I don't know what I'll be talking about. But in the meantime, you can check out my reviews for Andor. I did a video on that Zen, Grogu, and the Dust Bunnies, which you can check out. You can check out everything else I do. But I've been Sarge, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
There's fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting. You're in my net.